In the early hours of the morning, the ocean rests in silence. Like a heart beating to its own rhythm, it pulses beneath the blue veil of the sky, vast, deep, mysterious. It is a world that defies the logic of the surface, where light dances, only in the upper layers before being swallowed by a cold, liquid abyss. There, where sunlight is but a faint memory, a parallel reality exists, a realm of gentle movements and invisible threats, where everything that lives must swim. For millions of years, this blue universe has grown, changed, shaped continents, carved coastlines and nourished life. But behind its tranquil appearance, the sea hides its own laws and its own rulers, silent giants who dwell on the fine line between beauty and terror, between grace and natural violence. They are the titans of the waters, the sharks, masters of instinct, shaped by time like living sculptures of survival. And the orcas, intelligent hunters, social beings, perfect strategists who challenge everything we thought we knew about marine predators. Separated by species, yet equal in dominance, different in form, yet identical in purpose, to survive, to hunt, to reign. For a long time, the seas were isolated territories, each predator ruling its own part of the world. Sharks glided through the warm waters of coral reefs and the depths of the oceans, alert to the slightest signs of life. Orcas patrolled the cold waters of the north and south, communicating through sound, surrounding their prey with coordinated intelligence. Both are imposing, both are deadly. But today the world has changed. Migration routes intersect, the oceans are warming, and ancient domains are beginning to collide. Encounters once rare have become inevitable. And when these giants cross paths, the ocean holds its breath. In this documentary, we will embark on a journey into the depths of the sea, a dive into the secret lives of two of the greatest predators the Earth has ever known. We will explore their worlds, their hunting tactics, their challenges, their migrations, their instincts. We will go beyond the myths, beyond fear and fame. Because behind the sharp teeth, the fins cutting through the water, and the eyes that observe in silence, there are stories of survival, of motherhood, of strategy, of intelligence. Stories that show us predators are not just killing machines, but complex pieces in a puzzle of natural balance. They are essential to the health of the oceans. They control populations, maintain equilibrium, and ensure renewal. Without them, the food chain destabilizes, reefs collapse, and marine life loses its natural order. Sharks and orcas are not humanity's rivals. They are our invisible allies in the great mechanism of life. And it is at the point where their paths cross that this documentary begins. On the edge between respect and confrontation, between instinct and intelligence, along the fine line where the deep blue becomes the stage for one of nature's rarest spectacles, the legendary encounter between the ocean's greatest predators. The ocean, with its infinite vastness, covers more than 70% of our planet's surface. It is not just a massive body of water, it is an entire universe where lives intertwine and natural systems stay in delicate balance. Each region of this vast aquatic empire is unique, from the crystal-clear waters of tropical coral reefs to the icy seas of the polar regions. In every one of these zones, a complex ecosystem unfolds, sustaining a massive diversity of creatures, from the tiniest invisible plankton to gigantic cetaceans that reach unimaginable sizes. At the surface, waves crash against the shores, but beneath them in the deep and shadowy waters lies a completely different reality, one where the echoes of the human world barely reach. And it is in this silent realm, where the laws of nature are uncompromising and relentless, that the most incredible stories take place. The warm waters of the Pacific, the frozen Arctic seas, the serene Southern Ocean, and the deep regions of the Indian Ocean become the battlegrounds and territories of predators who, though distant, share the same driving force: survival. 2. The north in the eternal ice, orcas rule the frozen waters, organizing in pods and hunting with absolute precision. They are the strategists of the ocean, using sound, coordinating attacks, and often exhausting their prey through relentless pursuit. To the south, in warmer waters, sharks glide in silence, like shadows crossing the sea, their gray, undulating bodies moving with stealth. Sharks are solitary predators, and unlike orcas, they hunt alone, relying on a combination of sharp senses, speed, and brutal force. The ocean, in its natural rhythm, shows us that these creatures are not just hunters, but essential parts of a complex web of life. They are predators, yes, but their role goes far beyond the act of hunting. They control the populations of other species, ensuring the marine ecosystem remains balanced, that prey populations don't grow unchecked, and that the cycle of life continues uninterrupted. Every beat of their fins, every silent movement in the midst of a hunt, is a reminder of the enormous responsibility these creatures carry. And along coastlines and reefs around the world, this dynamic of life and death unfolds with a complexity and beauty that is often hidden from us. The ocean is not just a home, but a great regulator of the planet, and these creatures, both orcas and sharks, are the guardians of that order. However, as the planet changes, with ocean waters warming and climates becoming increasingly erratic, the balance these predators uphold is being threatened. Their migratory routes are being altered. Their prey, in some areas, is disappearing. The ocean they once knew with its signs and rhythms is transforming, and with it, the very future of these mythical creatures. Yet the struggle for survival continues, for in a constantly changing world, the ocean is relentless. It demands adaptation, and as sharks continue to slice through the deep waters in search of their prey, and orcas communicate with sharp sounds, defying the silence, the encounter between these two titans draws closer, more inevitable than ever. In the heart of the ocean, where light barely penetrates, there exists a silent yet deadly dance. Sharks and orcas, unquestionable predators, move through the waters like living shadows, ruling the underwater realm with silent power, each with its own strategy, each with its own strength, but both with a single mission: to hunt. Sharks, with their sharp and agile silhouettes, are solitary hunters by nature. They are masters of silent pursuit, unshakable gliders of the deep. Their bodies are shaped for speed and efficiency, with powerful tail fins cutting through the water in utter silence. The ocean seems to bend around them in respectful acknowledgement of their dominance. They are fast, precise, and relentless, but their true strength lies not only in their muscles, nor in the sharp jaws that slice through the flesh of their prey. Their true strength comes from an acute sense, capable of detecting even the slightest sign of movement in the sea. They sense the electricity emitted by a fish, even the smallest of prey, with unbelievable accuracy. Sharks know where their prey is even before it realizes it's being watched. Every flick of their tail is a decisive move, a calculated strategy that brings them one step closer to their next meal. They don't hunt for sport, but out of necessity. Every hunt is a fight for survival, a spectacle of precision and strength, and it is this behavior that makes the shark such a fascinating and at the same time feared creature. Orcas, on the other hand, are predators of a completely different nature. They are not solitary. They are social, working in groups to achieve common goals. Their hunts often involve complex communication and coordination. Orcas are not just hunters. They are natural strategists, using the intelligence of the entire group to encircle and capture their prey. They communicate through underwater sounds, emitting signals that travel through the water, coordinating movements and adjusting tactics in real time. Each orca has a role in the hunt, and each one knows exactly what to do to ensure the mission's success. They surround their prey, push it toward the center of a perfect circle, and with precise movements, strike simultaneously. This coordinated hunt is not just an instinctive skill, it is a reflection of the intelligence of each group member, an intelligence passed down from generation to generation. Orcas do not hunt on pure instinct, they hunt with reasoning, in a display of teamwork that is rare in the animal kingdom. The prey that orcas pursue, however, is far more varied than that of sharks. From large fish to entire whales, they are capable of capturing even the ocean's most imposing creatures, thanks to their size, strength, and cunning. Every hunt is a battle in which group intelligence is the key to success, where teamwork outweighs brute force. It is not only the prey that becomes the focus, but the complexity of the interactions between the orcas, the way they communicate, position themselves, and attack with precision. Among sharks, hunting is a spectacle of brute strength and silent precision. For orcas, it is a choreography of intelligence where every movement is calculated, and every member of the group has a specific role. Both are unquestionable predators, but they operate in radically different ways, adapting to the environment in their own unique manner. Still, despite their differences, sharks and orcas share a primal instinct, the need to feed in order to survive. They are the guardians of marine balance, controlling prey populations and maintaining the health of the ecosystem. Every movement, every hunt, every pursuit is an essential part of the ocean's life cycle. They are predators, but they are also necessary, fundamental to ensuring that the flow of marine life continues. The dynamics of their hunts also reveal something deeper. The ocean is a place where, although life depends on death, there is an invisible balance maintained through the presence of these predators. Sharks with their ability to hunt alone and relentlessly, and orcas with their social complexity and group strategies are two sides of the same coin. Creatures that, through hunting, help preserve the natural order of things. While orcas use communication to work as a team, sharks follow a solitary path, relying on their strength and agility to dominate the waters. Each in their own way reflects the ocean's ruthless nature, where hunting is a necessity, not a luxury, and every movement is a fight for survival. As we delve deeper into the behavior and adaptations of orcas and sharks, we notice a defining trait shared by both predators: their capacity for adaptation. These creatures are not merely products of their evolution, but of a symbiotic relationship with the seas they inhabit. They are, in a way, the very forces of nature personified. Creatures that have lived through time and adapted to become the planet's most perfect hunters. The shark, with its hydrodynamic body and fierce jaws, is perfectly adapted to the marine environment. It doesn't need massive teeth to hunt. Its teeth are sharp and effective, but the shark's secret goes beyond that. Its skin, covered with tiny scales called dermal denticles, allows it to move through the water with impressive efficiency. Water resistance is minimal, and it can travel at high speeds with almost no energy expenditure. It is a silent and swift hunter, and its adaptation to ocean life has made it one of the most successful predators on Earth. Every feature of its body, from the structure of its fins to the shape of its skull, has been sculpted over millions of years to ensure one thing: survival. The shark, more than anything else, is a product of evolutionary perfection. But the shark's adaptation goes beyond its body. It has incredibly sharp vision, capable of detecting even the slightest vibrations in the water. This is made possible by organs called the ampullae of Lorenzini, which are sensitive to the electric fields generated by other living beings. This ability makes the shark a lethal predator, capable of tracking its prey without making a single move. And its speed. It is among the highest in the aquatic animal kingdom. It can reach up to 50 km/h, about 31 millipasses, over short distances, an impressive feat for a predator that moves through the vastness of the ocean with such finesse. While the shark is the master of solitary pursuit, orcas put on a show of teamwork and strategic intelligence. These hunters are among the most intelligent cetaceans on the planet, and their success in hunting is largely due to how they operate collectively. They have an impressive ability to learn from experience, passing their knowledge from one generation to the next. This social learning is one of the reasons orcas are such efficient hunters, constantly adapting to new challenges. They not only hunt alongside members of their pod, but also mimic the behavior of other orcas, or even other marine predators. The way they attack prey such as seals, whales, or even sharks is a true demonstration of intelligence. They employ various tactics, such as herding prey in groups or even simulating attacks to confuse them. One of the most impressive techniques is the so-called white card, where an orca can swiftly approach a seal and, before it realizes what's happening, make a sudden movement that throws the seal out of the water and into a state of total confusion, making it easier to capture. As the ocean reveals its deepest mysteries to us, we come to realize that the journey of these creatures is not merely a struggle for survival, but a true dance of adaptation and resilience. Both sharks and orcas are predators par excellence, but their ability to survive and thrive in the vast and unpredictable sea is a testament to the power of life itself. Each shark, with a body sculpted by evolution, and each orca, with its complex social network, represents a subtle and necessary balance. They are not just hunters. They are symbols of a natural world that, though relentless, is also incredibly creative and resilient. As we watch these predators in action, sharks gliding through the waters, orcas leaping gracefully, we see that the ocean, more than just a habitat, is a stage where stories of endurance, learning, and connection unfold. These are stories that remind us of our own fragility and the importance of preserving this delicate balance. The encounter between sharks and orcas, this silent battle for supremacy of the seas, is just one of the many facets of an ever-changing ecosystem. And as we observe these ocean giants, we must reflect on our role in the natural world, on how our actions impact the delicate equilibrium of marine life. The preservation of the seas, the protection of these creatures, and the awareness of the importance of a healthy environment are essential to ensure that future generations can witness, as we do, the splendor of these magnificent beings. The ocean, with its deep waters and hidden mysteries, will continue to be home to these extraordinary predators. And as their silent dance of survival continues, the legacy of these giants of the seas will endure, reminding us that, in the depths of the waters, life carries on its journey, defying time, space, and the very limits of existence.